Hey, we have a total body 10-minute workout for you here. So just real quickly before we get started, so you kind of know how this is gonna flow is, we're gonna spend 90 seconds warming up, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work for 35 seconds, and we'll rest for 10 seconds. Work 35, rest for 10. We'll do 2 rounds of 4 different moves, and we're gonna finish off with some fun little bonus work there at the very end. So to start things off with it, we're gonna do our warm-up. It's gonna be one thing that we're gonna do for the warm-up. It's gonna get the whole entire body. So on this one, we're gonna do inchworms. So as we head out here and walk out onto our hands, you step your foot, and then we're just gonna walk it right on back in again. Stand ourselves up nice and tall. So one, we're getting the stretch in the backside of the legs. We're getting the stretch of the hips here for you. And then as we're doing all this walking back and forth on our hands, here, you're turning the muscles on. You're getting the core turned on, you're getting the arms, the back, the chest, everything kind of working here for you. If you can't get to the ground, bend your knees here, walk it all the way out. We'll do your step, and when you come back in, bend your knees again, stand yourself up, then we're gonna walk it right on back out there again. So as I step here, walking back and forth, up nice and tall here for you on this, as we step and we step. So we got about 35 seconds left. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do what we call our Seesaw Lunges here. And these Seesaw Lunge is nothing more than just a forward lunge where you step forward, and then a lunge where you step backwards. And when we combine them together, it looks a little bit like a seesaw going back and forth. Pretty simple. Got about 15 seconds left. So just remember, when we get done with these, we'll have about 10 seconds of a rest. I'll show you one round of the moves, and then we'll take off from there. You got about 5 seconds. Milk this for everything it's worth. You got the rest right there. So next we're gonna move into the Seesaw Lunge. As I step forward with my right foot, I'm gonna step backwards with my right foot. And I'm just gonna keep repeating that on this right side. Next round, let's go. Next round, we'll switch over and we'll do the left leg. So I'm going forward, coming backwards, going forward, coming backwards here. If I turn to the side a little bit here, I'm stepping forward, stepping back. This front foot's flat here. Going over and back. We got about 15 seconds left here. Next, what we're gonna do, since we're working our right leg, we're dropping down to a side plank on your right side. So right arm is working here first because we're working the right leg. Keep it easy to remember in the head. You got it. So we're dropping down to the side planks here. So on this one here is you can take the top foot's gonna be out in front here. It's pretty simple. Hand up there towards the sky or ceiling. You can hold here if you want to, or you can drop it up and down. If it's too much pain into the shoulder, you can bend your knees and then just raise the hips up and down here for you. But obviously as we extend the legs and we drop the hips up and down, it makes it a little bit more of a challenge there for you. So you got 15 seconds left, and this workout is really creative. We started with the right leg seesaw, we do right side plank. Next we're gonna go to left leg seesaw and left side plank, and that's about it. We have one little fun thing to finish things off with. Stand it right on up, and just so you know, I'm gonna step the face the other way, so working this left leg going forward and backwards now with it. So here we go, so stepping forward with the left, then backwards with the left. Forward with the left, back with the left, forward and back, over. Again, keep that chest up there just as tall as you can possibly be. Back and forth. If you feel good, you can pick up the tempo a little bit faster with it. Just still make sure the front foot stays flat. Front foot stays flat there, both directions. About 12 seconds left. Remember, we're gonna do that side plank all over again. We're gonna go back down to your left side. So working the left side. 3, 2, 1, and boom, you got it right there. And that same thing, you got the 3 ways. You can bend the knees here. You can extend it and just hold it into a regular plank position, or kind of the harder part is just bring the hips up and down here for you. So we're here, up and down, or you can hold, or like I said, is bend the knees, come up and then just hold. So you're trying to be in a long, straight, long line here for you, this one, as we're going right on up and down. If you start with the side planks, it gets too much, just hit the pause button, hold it there what we can. You got about 15 seconds left, just dropping it down and up, down, up. You got it. Last couple of seconds there for you, about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. All right, we're gonna come right on back up, and we're gonna repeat through that all over again. Like I said, we're super creative today. We're gonna go back to that right leg, stepping forward and back, forward and back. I'll do it this way so you can see on this one. So as I step forward, my right leg, back, with the right leg, and it's just this over and over, over and over. And I guess you can see kind of why we say it's the seesaw effect. It's going down, come back up, going down, coming right back up. So keep your shoulders up there just nice and tall. If it starts to give you any bits of problems in the knees, we can just do kind of an exaggerated, a little bit shallower step. We're just forward and backwards. Or like I said, you can make it all the way down to the ground and come right back up. About 3 seconds left here. We're gonna go into the side plank on the right side. Whew. So again, remember the foot position. The top foot's just gonna go out front. Hand up there towards the ceiling. Raise it up, back down again. Raise it up, back down. Now this isn't trying to go through this super quick. It's just slow down, slow up. Let's make sure we keep the range of motion. It's more of the quality than the quantity of all this stuff. Sometimes when you get in here against the clock, you think the only thing that you can do is try to get 50 reps in under a certain amount of time, but sometimes it's better just to slow things down a little bit. 8 seconds left. Back and forth. When we get done, we're gonna go to the left leg. As we stand up, you got it right there. So we move into that left leg where we're stepping forward and backwards here. With that seesaw lunge, step forward with the left, back with the right here for you. All right, so here we go, ready? So just going forward, and then coming back, forward, and then coming back, back, and forth. Boom. And like we said, if you want to go a little bit quicker, we're gonna turn it, keep the tempo going, just as long as the front foot stays flat, and you're working through this full range of motion. So come all the way up, go all the way back down again, all the way up, all the way back down. About 5 seconds, we're gonna drop back down into the left arm again. All right, relax right there. So back into a side plank. So last one on these, when we get done with these, you don't have to stand back up. We're simply gonna stay seated onto the ground for a little bit of a finisher here. Up and down. I'll tell you this, as you're listening here, what we're gonna be doing next is we basically call this our lay down and get up kind of move. So I want you to basically just sit down onto the ground, which we'll sit on here in a second. You'll lay flat down onto the ground, and then you're just gonna stand all the way up, 15 seconds. Sounds pretty simple, but when we say, can you do this without using your hands? Can you do this without having to roll over to lift yourself up off the ground? You got it. So on this one here, just lay down flat. Can you get yourself up all the way up tall? Can we go back down to the ground? Come right back up here on this one. So here we go. 35 seconds. We're going down. Come right back up. If you need to, you can take one hand here and then come back up, put the hand down here, or you can roll this way and get yourself back up again. Come all the way down, and then you can roll over to the other side and get yourself right back up again. So sometimes just this level change here, back and forth, is enough to get you huffing and puffing. We got about 10 seconds left. And then it works on mobility, flexibility, kind of of the hips, the upper back. 3, 2, 1, you got it. So you got 10 seconds. We got just one more of these to do. These little 10-minute workouts don't seem like much, but they do add up. All right, ready? Here we go. Last one on these. Down, right back up again. Down. You can start to use the hands for a little bit of momentum if you start to get tired, or you can pretend that you've got like a heavier weight. There's a little bit of a counterbalance in your hands here. Like I said, is you can turn and you can use one hand to get off the ground, one hand to get back down, but just make sure that you're going to both sides here for you. Back and forth. See if we can get one more. You got it. Last one. That easy. Right there. Simple, easy as that. All we're looking for is just 10 minutes a day. Try to do something to take your breath away. You don't have to kill it. The key here is the consistency. I would much rather see the consistent actions day in, day out than you come in, you crush it for a high intense workout, and then you're spent for the next 3 or 4 days trying to recover from it all. So replay this one, replay any of our 10-minute workouts each and every single day as you try to strive for the 5 workouts each week.